Okay, so today we're going to follow on what we did in class. We're going to do completing the square when a is not 1, because here a is 3 and a is negative 4. So like before, we're going to set the equation equal to 0 and move the constant. But the difference now is we're going to factor out the a. Then we're going to complete the square. We're going to still add the constant to both sides, but we're going to do some multiplication with it too. Factor it, then put it into vertex form. Okay, so like we did before, we're going to set this equal to 0. Okay, so I'm going to put the 0 over here though. So I get 3x squared plus 36x plus 95 equals 0. We're going to move the constant over, which makes that negative 95. On this one, I'll do it all in one step. So I get 3x squared plus 36x equals negative 95. Okay, so now we're going to factor out the a. And if you look, 3 is common to both of these. So I'm going to just take out the 3, and what am I left with is x squared, and it's not 36. I have to take out a 3 out of there, so I'm left with 12x. Okay, I'm going to put a blank there, and I'm going to get negative 95, and I'm going to put a blank there. Okay? All right, so we're going to now complete the square on this part. So as before, I'm going to take half of this, which is 6, and square it, which is 36. Okay? But I want to note here, I did not just add 36 to the left side. I added 36 times 3 because it's embedded within that parentheses. So what do I need to add over here is 3 times 36. Okay? All right. So now we're going to go ahead and factor this. So I'm going to still leave the 3 there. And what are the two factors of 36 that get me to 12? Well, they're both positive 6 because they're working towards positive 12. And here I get negative 95 plus 108. And then I get 3 times x plus 6 quantity squared is equal to 13. Okay, now I'm going to bring this back over now and see how to put it into y equals form. So I get y is equal to 3 times x plus 6 squared minus 13. And knowing that, my vertex, this is now in vertex form, is at negative 6, negative 13. I also know it smiles, so if I were to do a little sketch of this, it would be a smile graph, and that would be at negative 6, negative 13. Okay? All right. So I'm going to do, sorry about that. So I'm going to go do the other one. Now, if we look at this, we know that this graph is going to be a frown, or it's going to open down. Okay, we just need to go find the coordinates of that vertex. Okay, so as before, I'm going to set this equal to 0, but let's go ahead and move the constant right off the bat. So I get negative 4x squared minus 16x equals now negative 3. Okay, as I did before, I'm going to now factor out that leading coefficient, or the a. So it's negative 4. And I get x squared. We've got to be careful here. When I factor out a negative 4 out of this, it becomes a positive 4. You end up flipping signs on everything. Okay, blank equals negative 3, and I put a blank there. Okay, so now we got to complete the square on the 4, not on the 16, on the 4. So I take half of 4, and I get 2. Squared is 4. What do I need to add over here is I'm going to do a plus a negative 4 times 4. Because remember, that's what I did here too, is I added 3. But here I'm doing negative, I added 3 times the 36. Here I added negative 4 times the 4. Okay, so let's factor this. So what are the two factors of 4 that get me to positive 4? It would be x plus 2, x plus 2. And here I get negative 3 minus 16. So this becomes negative 4, and this is now x plus 2 quantity squared equals, when I combine those, I get negative 19. Let's go put it into vertex form now. I get y is equal to negative 4 times x plus 2 squared plus 19. So that means my vertex is at negative 219, which is what that point is. Okay? So that was two more examples of completing the square. When the a value or the leading coefficient is not equal to 1, a little bit more complicated, and I hope that hopefully this helped. Thank you.